price that you pay gives us life brand new. Hosanna forever, we worship you. Hosanna forever, we worship you.
The angels bow down at the thought of you. The darkness gives way to the light for you.
The price that you pay, Jesus.
Gives us
Oh God, oh yeah.
Forever we worship you. Hosanna forever we worship.
Verse 2 say,
for you are the joy,
my joy, my joy.
The Lamb was slain for my sins, and the one I adore, King of Kings,
ruler of all. Yeah, we worship.
Hosanna forever we worship.
For you are the joy.
You are the joy that my soul is born. The Lamb that was slain
For mine and the one I adore. Ruler of, give him praise.
Forever we worship.
We worship you. Give him praise. Forever. Give him praise. Oh, Hosanna. Forever. Give him praise. And ever. Forever. Praise his name. Forever. Oh, and ever. Forever. Hosanna. Forever. Hosanna. Forever. Hosanna. Forever. See, we love you. We need you. We love you. We need you. Gotta have you. Gotta have you. Gotta have you. Yeah. I ain't got no problems with him. 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 Yeah. To the Lord, he's wonderful. All right, Sopranos, let me hear you to the Lord, he is wonderful. All right, Dennis, let me hear you say, honor and power, still wonderful. Hosanna, Hosanna forever. Hosanna forever. Hosanna forever and ever.
Albert, you're muted. Albert, you're muted.
Everything's gonna be okay. Gonna hear some good news today.
Come on. There we go. Come on.
Downs aren't working out there.
Brother had to unmute it.
It's gonna be okay.
For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son,
Everything's gonna be okay.
that whosoever will believe in him shall not perish but have
Everything's gonna be okay.
everlasting life.
Gonna hear some good news today.
Yo, turn my mic up. Y'all ain't see this coming. Get ready to catch this. Come to snatch your righteous mind, not your edges. God is the goal, and then there's the period. This thing is real. Woo, nah, we serious.
Intentional, the original. God is in control. Do it for your soul. Gotta let the whole world know. Ayo, ayo.
Everything's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be
Tell somebody everything's gonna be okay. God's gonna make a way. Let the people say everything's gonna be okay. Put it in the comments. Somebody needs to be encouraged today. Somebody needs to see it. Somebody needs to say it. Somebody needs to believe it. Everything's going to be okay. Tell somebody. Tell somebody. Everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. Yo, it's Friday, big weekend. My sister Diwani celebrating her 50th birthday. They called it the golden birthday. So we got family all in town. So that's gonna be exciting. We turning up. If you hadn't had a chance to wish Diwani a happy birthday, show us some love. Everything's gonna be okay. What y'all doing this weekend? What y'all got going on this weekend? I'm representing Mississippi today. Mississippi in the house. What's up, Terry? Or you know what? That may be Terrific Nisi. Terrific Nisi. We just hanging this weekend. Everything's gonna be okay. Catalina boat rides. Ooh, nice. Celebrating my 49th birthday. Congratulations. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Homework. So she's doing homework. Cool. Well, I got family in town. We cutting up. Heather, good to see you. We gonna cut up and eat up a lot of stuff and hang out, and it's gonna be a fun weekend. So I'm excited about it. And then we're gonna have church on Sunday. Jackson State homecoming. Chastity, Jackson State is turning up. I'm a little jealous. I wish I was out there. Jackson State look like they having a good time. So, don't forget to Chastity. Go to when you're out there in the club now. Remember Honor and Usher. Honor and Usher. I need a good club for 40-year-olds. I need a good club to go to where you could just dance, have a good time, and say the benediction at around 9:30, 10 o'clock, and then we just go to Denny's. That's the club I need in my life. All right, y'all. This week we've been talking about how we're praying for ourselves. What are the prayers we're praying for ourselves, and how are you praying for you? And there's some pretty substantial big prayers that I think we should be praying for ourselves. I don't think club days have to end. I think they just have to change. I'm gonna create a club for folks my age, for the 40-something. See, because here's why, and then I'll get back to the passage. Here's why our clubs will be banging for those of us that are in our 40s. Do y'all know the music that we came up on? It's the 90s. So the 90s got some of the best hip hop, R&B music in the history of music. I just feel like that's just the soundtrack. The young folks now, they going back sampling the stuff from the 90s. So our club would just be hopping with all the 90s music. So just give me the club with 90s music. And then we good. You know what I mean? And keep Gen Zers out. We'll let half the millennials in. The millennials that got jobs and consistent employment, we'll let them in, and maybe 6 influencers, but you only got 6. So if you're a YouTube, you only got 6 of them in the building. All the rest of y'all got to go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? But if you think about it, it is kind of true. It is kind of true. Like our music, our clubs would be hopping. Like, come on. All of that stuff. Like if you give us 90s, and don't slip in 2000. Don't slip in 2000, 2001. Oh my goodness. And then we can reach back and grab the 80s and outstanding. Boom, 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 boom. So we all right. I feel like I know what my next project is. Club 44. Club 40. Although Jay-Z already got that one. I'll come up with something clever. Yeah. Yeah, I would lose so much weight in the 90s club. You know what I'm saying? I would lose weight. I think it'd be good for our health, good for our soul. I just think God, well, I ain't gonna put that on God. I think it could be pleasing. I think it could be pleasing. And I think every now and then God might be like, now that was all right. That was all right. So we've been we've been talking about this week what to pray for yourself, and I think there are some big ideas in the Lord's prayer that we should pay attention to and that we should take into the weekend with us. Let Chastity take this to the clubs in Jackson, and we'll take it to Club Tate as we have our party here at the crib. Honor, usher, focus. Hallowed be thy name. Honor God with your body. Honor God with your mind. Honor God with your whole life. You wear his name well. Who? Yesterday that just got anointed. Oh my goodness. Yesterday. Y'all should go back and watch yesterday. It just the desire. It's got to start with a desire to just honor God with your whole life. And don't get caught up out here in these streets living this duplicitous life where you've compartmentalized God in all these separate areas of yourself. Don't do that. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. I think we lose the desire. And y'all, once the desire goes, everything else goes. Anybody been divorced out there? I ain't been divorced. I ain't done a study on it. But I can tell you from my little short time of counseling folks, and sitting with folks that have had a passionate relationship and ended in divorce, when that desire goes for a lot of different reasons, but when that desire slip out, he's like, when's the last time y'all been intimate? When's the last time y'all connected passionately, sexually even? When they say, oh, I mean, it's folks, y'all, it's been 18 months, 2 years, 3 years. Set the clock. They didn't lost that desire. It's set it. And folks that have experienced that, no shame on you today. I'm just saying that we can learn from you. We can learn from y'all. No shame, no judgment. Let me tell you something. God is faithful and God is good and he can redeem and restore. So don't hear it like that. I'm just saying, y'all, this thing is real. And it's real with God. Once you lose desire and passion, so that desire and passion to say, Lord, I want your hand shaping my whole life. This is Sandra said, it's a wrap, yo. It's a wrap. When that desire, when that light goes out, so keep as the old song you say, keep your lamps trimmed and burning. So go into the weekend with a desire to honor God with your whole life. Let your feet hit the floor and you go into the weekend saying, Lord, I want to honor you with my whole life. I want my words to honor you. I want my thoughts to honor you. I want my actions to honor you. I want my practices to honor you. Let my whole life honor you. So look for ways to honor him, and then watch this. Look for ways to usher him. Just to break in. Oh, yo. Can I tell you, you don't know the level of darkness that some folks are walking in, the level of discouragement that some folks are just sitting in, the level of hopelessness and despair that's just clouding over folks. Don't let Instagram fool you. Don't let their smiles and their perfect pose pics fool you. There are folk walking around struggling. And just a little word of hope, just a little word of love, just a little word of expression, just a little love. Yo, you'll be amazed at what it can do. You'll be amazed at how far a little hope will go in a lot of despair. Can I say that again? You'll be amazed at how far a little hope will go. Just a little hope to someone that's sitting in a lot of despair. Yo, it goes a long way. It goes a long way. God may put some folk around you like that. Pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention. You just don't know who needs to hear it, who needs to see it. So pay attention to those around you. Listen, hey, it may even be your kids. It may be your spouse. Some of y'all may need to break that 18-month cycle you got going on. But we ain't gonna go there today. Because I'm trying to get to this last one, and I mess around and not get there because I get so stuck on this word. Honor, usher. Watch this, and then focus. Give us today our daily bread. You remember this? Give us today our daily bread. So hallowed be thy name. Honor. Your kingdom come. Your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Usher. And then give us this day our daily bread. Focus. Oh my goodness. Will you stop being so consumed with the bread for next week and enjoy the morsel, the bread, the sustenance, the nurture. Enjoy what you got sitting in front of you. Focus on what you got sitting right there in front of you. Will you take this bread in? And enjoy it. Got the sun today, take it in. The breath in your body today, take it in. Your interactions, even your challenges, even the things you got to pay attention to. Lean into that today. Lean in that today. Lean in that today. In order for you to stay focused like that and pay attention to the bread and appreciate it, what'll mess up the whole rhythm, because I hope you notice you got a whole rhythm thing going. You got a whole little new situation going. You got honor, you got usher, you got focus, you got it going on. Then he flips it and says, but now this is what'll get in the way and disrupt what I'm trying to do in your life. So pray this prayer. Pray that your life would honor God. Pray that you would usher in the kingdom of God. Pray for focus so you can appreciate what you got before you today. And here's another prayer that you got to pray. And this is most important because this one right here will trip you up. Pray, Lord, forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Forgive us our trespass as we forgive those who's trespassed against us. In other words, you can do all of that and mess around and don't forgive folks, and it'll disrupt your whole little situation. It'll mess up your whole thing you got going on. You will mess around, and God's doing all of this over here, and you mess around and get some caught in your spirit that you can't let go, and let unforgiveness get stuck in there. Unforgiveness will rob you of your focus. It'll rob you of your usher. It'll rob you of your honor. Unforgiveness will undo the whole thing. I don't think you can afford a setback like that in this season. The way your season and situation is set up, you ain't got time to harbor unforgiveness and have it delay, postpone, or even cancel what God is trying to do for you in this season. I know, what God got for me, it is for me. Can't nothing stop it. Yeah, you can. You can stop it. Yeah, you can stop it. Unforgiveness shuts it down. That's how serious God takes it. He says, as a matter of fact, he says, the only reason you walking in forgiveness with me is because you walking in forgiveness with your neighbor. Y'all sit here most messing around holding grudges and still pissed off and still they dead to me. Let me tell you something. God said you don't get to the word in the scripture when he uses it is raka. Raka is the idea of you're dead to me. You're dead to me. Jesus says thou shalt not kill. And he's not just talking about physical murder. He's talking about mental murder. Oh, I'm gonna get you into the weekend right. I came to get you right today. He's talking about mental murder because he knows us. He says, yeah, I know y'all ain't out in these streets killing people with blood, but you out here for sure killing them with your mind. And when I said thou shalt not murder, that's what I meant too. Don't take life from people. Don't rock up people. You can't be like, I'm done with you. You don't exist. He says, you can't do that to my kids. You don't get to, here it is, live as though they are dead to you. You know the phrase, oh, you dead to me. You dead to me. He says, what? How you get now? And we always go to extremes with this. He's not saying perpetuate and continue in abusive relationships. He's not saying be in places so people can take advantage of you. He's not saying that at all. He never said that. Don't put that on God. That's not what he's saying. Forgiveness and reconciliation are two different things. I can forgive you, but not have to stay at your house at night and put me in a position to be abused by you. You see what I'm saying? So don't go there. We ain't going there. And if you struggle with that or don't know the difference, reach out to our counseling department. They'll help you decide and decipher. Because sometimes your trauma clouds your filter and you can't see clearly what it means to forgive and reconcile. And that's good. That's fine. Ain't no shame in that. That's all good. You just need some help to work that thing out. But for those of you that haven't experienced trauma in this area, you've just been trifling in this area, this word is for you ready right now. This word is for you ready right now. Ready right now. Ready right now. This word is for you ready right now. Don't you think you're going to be whole life worship, God, and you out here mentally murdering folks. You done mentally shut them down. They don't even exist. Blocked and blessed. No, honey, it don't work like that. As a matter of fact, it's so serious to God. In the Gospels, he actually says, if you're worshiping, laying your sacrifice on the altar, and you remember, you know what, I got a problem with so-and-so. He said, get up off the altar, leave your religious experience, and go fix your relational experience. He said, leave this religious experience and go fix your relational experience, because your relationship experience is more valuable and is a greater priority than your religious experience in this moment. Did y'all hear what I just said? He said, your church attendance is on fleek. That's great. But I don't need you to attend church. I need you to attend to these relationships. Because your biggest witness and the biggest impact of your religious reality is your relational fruit. Your relational fruit. So if your relationships are whack, then it's an indictment on your religion, and your religion is probably whack. Hello in here, somebody? So some of you have grown really comfortable being stuck in unforgiveness, and that is a surefire way to make sure that your soul perishes. Perish isn't just dying and going to hell. No. Perishing is a slow fade away from God, and it starts immediately. And some of you are slowly fading away from God and growing numb to the conviction of his love and compassion for your neighbor, because unforgiveness has settled in and has created a bitterness, a root that makes it easy for you to ignore the voice of God speaking to you concerning your relationships with people that are difficult and hard to be with. All right. Well, y'all have a good weekend. I seriously though, it's a key. It's a key to your breakthrough, a key to your deliverance, and this is why you got to pray for it daily. Watch this. Lord, help me to honor you with my whole life, so I don't end up in broken relationships, so I can show up right and not show up wrong. Help me usher in, help me usher in your kingdom so that I might be a blessing to others. Third prayer, Lord, help me to focus on what you've put before me today. May my days be marked with gratitude, and may I fully indulge in what you've put before me. And then number 4, daily, Lord, help me to forgive, because I don't want to miss all that you have for me, because I refuse to trust you with my hurts, with my unmet expectations, and how folks have failed me. So, Lord, help me to forgive. Pray it. I dare you to pray it every day. I dare you to pray it every day. Lord, help me forgive. Lord, help me to release it. Don't let me take nothing into the next day that should be left on your altar. Lord, help me forgive. So this is what we're praying this week. May I honor you with my whole life. May I usher in your kingdom. May I focus on what you've provided for me. And Lord, may I walk in the fullness. Not watch this. Because how do you do it? Walking in the fullness of, Lord, your forgiveness of me, and allowing that to propel me to obedience. Allowing your forgiveness of me to propel me to obedience. To forgiving others. Hope y'all have a good weekend. Hope y'all walk in the fullness of what God's doing. And I hope you take time to pray for yourself. Pray big prayers for yourself. Y'all have a good weekend. I'll see y'all probably Tuesday, honestly, because I'm probably going to be a little turned up. So I'll probably see y'all Tuesday, but we'll see. Love you. Peace.